The House That Whispers. In a forgotten suburb just outside Detroit stands a house no one claims. The front door has no lock, the mailbox no name, but inside it remembers. It remembers everyone who's entered and none who've left. Jessica Harper was a 28-year-old aspiring architect with a fascination for old homes. Her YouTube channel, Blueprints of the Abandoned, focused on the structural beauty of neglected places. It wasn't ghost hunting, it was restoration voyeurism, calm, educational, aesthetic. That changed the day she found an anonymous Craigslist ad. Free home, 9 Maple Way, no paperwork required. First come, first served. There was no photo, just a note. Do not attempt to fix the basement. Do not stay overnight. Respect the house, and it will respect you. Jessica's interest was piqued. She assumed it was a hoax, but the address was real. She drove there the next morning with her camera equipment. Maple Way was a cul-de-sac of gutted homes, all boarded up, except number 9. It stood intact, almost perfect. But something was wrong with its symmetry. Too many windows, a third floor where there shouldn't be. She dismissed it as an illusion. Excitement overtook her skepticism. The door creaked open at her touch. Inside, the air was still, dry, warm, even though it was snowing outside. Jessica explored. Wide staircase, crystal chandeliers, Art Deco moldings. It looked untouched by time. No graffiti, no dust. Even the mirrors were clean. She turned on her camera and narrated as usual. This is not what I expected. It's beautiful. It's like it's been waiting. Then she stopped. She heard it. A whisper. Barely audible, like wind, but inside the house. It came from the left wing. An open sitting room with red velvet curtains and a grand piano. She stepped in. The air dropped 10 degrees. The piano let out a soft, low note. No one was near it. Jessica backed out, chuckling nervously. She kept filming, assuming maybe the house had some HVAC airflow quirks. But in editing later, she'd realized that the camera didn't pick up the piano sound. Only she heard it. The further she explored, the stranger the architecture became. A hallway that stretched longer on the inside than it did on the outside. A door that led to a brick wall one hour and to a narrow staircase the next. A bathroom with no reflection in the mirror. At one point, she noticed that her exit was gone. The front door no longer opened to the street. Just darkness. Her phone had no signal. The time displayed was stuck at 3:33 p.m. She called out, "Hello? Is anyone in here?" A whisper replied, "You are now." Jessica panicked. She ran through hallways that rearranged as she moved. Doors vanished behind her. Windows showed rooms instead of the outside. And then she reached the basement door. She didn't mean to. She didn't want to. But the house had funneled her there. On the door, etched in wood, "We build with memory." Jessica descended the stairs. Her camera flickered. Her breathing echoed unnaturally, as if the house was mimicking her. At the bottom, she found hundreds of boxes, cardboard, neatly stacked, all labeled with names. One caught her eye, Harper J. She opened it. Inside, her childhood toys, her grandmother's locket, old notebooks with her handwriting. Things she hadn't seen in 20 years. Then a light flickered on overhead, and she realized the boxes stretched for miles. She ran, turned a corner, and found a replica of her own apartment. Inside, her current bed, her laptop, her sketch pad with unfinished blueprints she hadn't even uploaded yet. "How?" she whispered. "What is this place?" The walls replied, "We remember you better than you do." Suddenly she felt watched, not by a ghost, but by the house itself. The lights dimmed. The whispers grew louder. Then, a voice. "Stay, build with us." Jessica screamed, sprinting back up the stairs. The house tried to stop her. Walls folding, doorways closing, floors warping into slopes. She dropped her camera. It rolled, still recording. But then, a voice cut through the whispers. Familiar. Her voice. It said, "Take the second-floor closet. Crawl through the back." She listened. Found the closet, yanked back coats, found a panel. Behind it, a narrow crawl space. She squeezed through and emerged into the attic, where moonlight poured through a single open window. She jumped, landed hard. Snow, cold, Air. She was outside. But number 9, Maple Way, was gone. Where it had stood was an empty lot. No foundations, no door. Only her camera lay at her side. Still recording. Jessica uploaded the footage. It blew up. Millions of views. Paranormal investigators begged her to return. Others tried to find the house, but the address no longer existed. City records showed no such house ever built on Maple Way. Jessica left YouTube, deleted her channel, moved out of state. But in interviews she warned, it wasn't haunted, it was alive, and it remembers every person who enters, every secret, every lie, every moment you forgot. That house feeds on memory, and once it has enough, it builds a new room for you. She sometimes dreams of it, walking its halls, hearing her own voice, whispering things she's never said. Some say if you look up "We Build with Memory" at 3:33 a.m., you'll get a location pin. And if you go, the door will already be open.